Hi guys, my name's McCarley, and today I want to be talking about mental health and how important knowing about your mental health is, and knowing how to deal with that kind of thing if it comes up in your life. So did you know that there is actually a room that you can enter? I don't know if it's just anybody can go in there, but Microsoft has made a room where there's no sound at all in there. It absorbs every sound. It's the quietest room that they have ever built. It's literally it's mathematically proven that it's like sound zero. And when people go in there, they can't stay in there for longer than 10 or 15 minutes because they say when you walk in there, it immediately, your ears start ringing. And when you sit there and you turn your head or you move, you can actually hear like your bones creaking. And this just brings me to the point of how important it is not to get isolated, like how powerful our minds are, and how if you isolate yourself, things like that can take over. And now I know most people won't be going into a room that has no sound, but it's just the fact that our minds are that powerful, and this world kind of fills our minds with sounds all the time. And I'm actually really glad that we have sound and things like that so that we don't get in that situation where we're freaking out because we can hear our neck turning and things like that. But I just wanted to kind of bring to light, just think if everyone was aware of their mental health and were actually taught about it from a young age in school systems or just your daily life, counseling, anything like that, then how different our world would look and how many less problems we'd have as a society. So this year obviously has been insane. There has been the global pandemic, riots, all kinds of things are going on. Everyone's on high alert. Everyone is very isolated because we have to quarantine, and this world has just not felt like the world this year. With this being said, I want to talk about the rising effects of this issue, COVID-19, being isolated, how to recognize if you or a loved one is experiencing mental health issues, and then how to cope with these things or where to turn if you realize that you're having these issues, so that everyone can just be kind of educated about what this looks like, what it is, how to know if you or someone else you love is struggling in this area, because it is very serious. And I think that everyone should be a little bit more educated about this. Me as well, I've really liked digging into this topic and, even helping myself, calm down. Everything's going to be okay. So the global pandemic has caused so many issues with depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. I actually saw a CDC article that was talking about how they surveyed about 5,000-ish people, and 40.9% of those people have had are experiencing mental health issues this year alone. Not last year, not the year before. This year alone, way more mental health issues with depression, anxiety, stress, substance abuse, suicidal thoughts. And I just thought that was crazy, but honestly, I feel like mental health is just kind of a thing that's out there, and people are just like, oh, mental health. But it is so important for everyone. It literally saves lives. You can save your own life. You can save others' lives if you take this topic seriously. So with all the stress that's going on in the world, there are a couple ways that you can help yourself or help someone else. But first, I want to talk about what this might look like. So, I feel like deep breathing is something that everyone tells you if you're experiencing an anxiety attack or something of the sorts. Just take a couple deep breaths, it's all going to be okay. But there's actually, if you take this seriously and practice it, there's so many amazing benefits for this. So you breathe in for 5 seconds, hold it for 3 seconds, and then breathe out for 7 seconds. And you just repeat that. And at the end of this, it sends a message to your brain that everything is going to be okay, or everything is okay at that current moment. So if you're experiencing an anxiety attack or just feeling depressed, just mindfully breathe and think, about the seconds that you're breathing in and breathing out. And just remind yourself that everything is going to be okay. And even if everything else in the world is going crazy, you in this moment are going to be okay, and you're going to survive, and you will get through to the next day. There's also a way that you can just accept that you are struggling. A lot of people just go throughout their day not considering their own emotions and push them to the side because maybe they were taught that at a young age. So you need to actually realize that you're depressed or, just stressed out tremendously with everything that's going on, or that you might have suicidal thoughts, so just first of all, accept that those are your emotions and that they are valid and that they matter. And then it's kind of just like a thing that, you're accepting yourself, you're accepting your emotions, and you can just be okay with that's how I'm feeling and it's valid and that's just how I'm feeling. There's nothing you can do about that. With that being said, there's plenty other ways that you can go about this as well. There's therapy, I'd see doctors, all these kind of things. There's so many ways to help this. You just need to reach out and tell someone that you trust, or if you don't feel comfortable telling someone, then do the things that I just mentioned. I'd say if you are seriously contemplating, suicide, or if you're struggling with substance abuse, definitely go to a professional about those things. And even if you can't go directly to a professional, call a friend and say, hey, I really need your help. I need you to call someone and I need help. And they will walk you through it. You won't have to do anything. Just listen to what they have to say and have an open mind about it. I just want to tell everyone, if you are struggling with mental health, you're not alone, and your feelings are valid, and this is something that we should all learn more about and kind of have a presence of mind that it's happening. And just reach out to a friend. There's always someone that loves you, there's always someone that wants to help you, and nobody wants to see you take your life. And then if you're someone who's helping a friend, be there for them, tell them that their feelings are valid and that you love them so much. And I think this should be talked about more in schools. Actually, I wish I could have learned about this from a younger age, because I feel like it's just kind of like a aesthetic to be mental health awareness kind of thing, but it's so serious and it's gotten so bad this past year. So I think that we all should look to our neighbors, love each other, love yourself, and reach out for help if you really need it. Thanks.